Guys, and welcome back to Pass a Move. In today's episode, we'll be taking on both Fulham and Birmingham in a double header. We'll be live coming both games. We'll have to set the settings on only key moments, not extended highlights, key highlights instead, because otherwise this episode will go on for too long. As you can see here, both games right after each other, one home, one away. It's going to be a bit tough. Fulham in sixth place, and then Birmingham in 13th place. So we'll have to play well in both of them to climb higher up the table and get into the promotional spots. As everyone knows, Birmingham's are one of our main rivals, so it'll be an interesting game to play. Anyway, since that last episode against Newcastle, we've had some awful results, really. As you can see here, 3-2 loss away to Barnsley, 0-0 draw with Preston, 3-3 against Wolves, and 3-3 against Reading. So these games have been pretty strange, basically. I mean, my team have been struggling to perform well regularly, really. We have a good game against Newcastle when we really needed to win, and then, we won that. But then afterwards we lose against Barnsley when we really shouldn't be losing at all. As you can see here, easy cruising for most part of the game. In the first half, it was 2-0. Told my players I was happy with our performances, and it just went downhill from there. Probably should have told them to, not be complacent, because we ended up conceding three second half goals, one of which was a pen. So really just not a good performance at all. To just, lose our lead like that. Against Preston is a bit more difficult, much more tighter game. I mean, yeah, we both had plenty of shots and stuff, but didn't end up going well either. Let me just have a look at the stats. Yeah, neither team having any clear-cut chances, so it was pretty much a tight game. And then the next game was the game against Wolves. As you can see here, goalkeeper had a terrible performance with a 6.1 rating. And yeah, we ended up tying the game just because of an own goal, really. We also had Jack Grealish sent off in the 50th minute, so that wasn't pleasant. We could have really just gone on to win this game against another one of our rivals, but once again, team underperformed. Against Reading, it was a bit of a different story. We were the lucky ones to draw this time. Jordan Ayew with a 92nd minute goal. So I was happy to get this draw. It felt more like a win. And they had, a really large chunk of the possession as well. Let me just get these stats here as well. As you can see here, they had more clear-cut chances. We had more half chances, but just ended up being 3-3 as well. So we're a bit more clinical here. So that was pleasant to see. Hopefully, in the game against Fulham, we'll play much better, and Birmingham as well. I had to change the tactics around a little bit. I got rid of the being more expressive and roaming from positions because I felt like my team was suffering from it. And I just added the clear ball to flanks instruction as well. And yeah, so we'll be taking on Fulham for the first game. We've got Golini in goal, Hutton and Riley in the fullback positions, Chess and Elphick in centre back. Bakuna and Amavi, both decent wingers. Bakuna's been playing better than Amavi, but after Grealish got sent off in the last game, I wasn't too happy about that. So he's just going to drop down since he didn't perform well. Ayew's been one of our best performers in the league. He's gotten 12 goals in 13 appearances, 11 of which were in the championship. So he's really been our best player by far. I think I can show you in the squad as well. The average rating was, he's got the highest one, and then Adoma as well is playing pretty well too. Rudy's been one of our main performers so far this season as well. He's really stepped up for the team too. Anyways, let's just go ahead and start the game now. So as you can see here, Fulham are in 6th place, 21 points. We really need to win this game because if we get the 3 points, then we'll be level with them. We can get into the promotional spots, which is where we really need to be. Reading just one spot ahead of us. So as you can see, from Birmingham to Nottingham Forest, all on the same points. So if I beat Fulham and then Birmingham lose their game, then it will be a bit easier to face them in the next game. They're playing with a 4-3-3, two defensive midfielders, so it's pretty much playing defensively against us. Let me just quickly have a look at the odds as well. We're expected to be favourites, so I should really be telling the players that I expect a win today. And they should be expecting it from themselves as well. Morale's a bit low because of the recent performances, but I'm hoping they can put that behind them today. And let's see how we go. Bakuna can hopefully step up for us once more today. He's been one of the better wingers so far. Grealish has been a bit disappointing in truth. I thought he'd be a much more important player for us this season than he has been so far. Elphick has been one of our best centre-backs so far, but generally the centre-back position has been a bit worrying. Even the full-back positions, the players just haven't really performed that well. 20 minutes have gone by as well, and you know, no highlights to speak of as of yet. Looks like Fulham have had 5 shots and a lot of possession, so I think I'll just go into attacking and see if that'll change anything for us. We haven't had a single shot and it's been 30 minutes, so hopefully switching to attack will help us now. But it's Fulham who bring the ball forward here, put straight into Woodrow, and they score a goal, so I think attacking was probably not the best move to make. See from the highlight here, I think it's pretty simple. Centre-back should really be dealing with that. Instead, he's more or less let everyone down by not, marking his man clearly. So yeah, let's just watch the highlight now and see what happens. Yeah, just simple ball in behind. God knows what this centre-back Chester's doing right here, just completely left his man free. Goalkeeper should probably do a bit better there, but can't really blame him considering the centre-back just completely left his man. Just want to check if their striker's pacey or not. If he's pacey, it probably makes sense why they play the ball in behind, because then, they trust him to get on the end of it, rather than him being, more of a target man player or anything like that. Yeah. Don't know why my laptop's being a bit slower than usual. As you can see here, according to the scouts, he's more suited to a deep-lying forward role, but he does have decent stats for an advanced forward, even though he's more suited for a target man role. So I think I'll just leave it as is, considering he has a bit of, both roles, I guess. But really shouldn't be conceding in that sort of scenario. If they're playing in behind us, we might have to go deeper later on, but let's see. We're on attacking now. Should have more shots. We've had 1 shot so far, but performance hasn't been good enough at all. Jordan Ayew's having one of his worst games of the season so far. Gonna have to tell the players off, show me something else the second half, give them a little boost of faith. I'm not sure why Ayew switched off when he's had one of his worst games anyways at the club. I guess their defensive formation, Fulham's defensive formation, has suited them. I might actually, might switch to counter, considering they have a lot of the ball. In terms of West performance, Ayew's having horrible game. I think I'll actually keep him on just a little bit longer. Have some other serious changes to make. Tyrone needs to be brought on. West was booked that I wanted to get sent off. Bring on Ross McCormack. And I have to switch Rudy because he's tired too. Actually, I'll keep him on just because of how good he's been for us so far. I'll bring on Malyanek instead. He's been a really good performer for us as well. He's scored goals and assisted, so he's a really complete box-to-box midfielder. And they've got in behind us again, so I think I actually will make that change now. Play deeper and see what happens. Hopefully that should stop them from, having so many easy chances against us. Look at the amount of shots. Thankfully our shots count has gone up, but really just not been at it this game at all. I think I will ask my players to pass the space, hit early crosses, because they seem to be playing with a high line. 10 minutes left of the game, so just going to tell everyone to press on a little bit more now. See if we can get a late equalizer again. Might have to switch to Overload later on. So far, not good though. Really poor performances all around from all the players. And Fulham have switched to more defensive formation now as well. I think I'll just tell my players to look for the overlap, considering they're just playing one wide man. It'll make a bit more sense now. And considering both our fullbacks are on attack mode as well. Attack duty, not mode. There's only 2 minutes now though, so it looks like the game will end as a loss. Hopefully the performance against Birmingham will be better. But really should have been at least drawing, if not winning the game, because you know the expectations was for us to win the game. Referee probably blow his whistle any time now. Not sure what Rudy was doing over there. And yeah, definitely disappointing performance, but I'll just have to tell my players we were unlucky there, considering how poor their morale is, and we need to go into the Birmingham game ready to win, considering that thankfully they've lost their game as well, but we've dropped a couple positions down the table and we really need to be at least minimum 6th. So yeah, we really need to start winning games. Our draws have costed us this season. We haven't lost too many times. There have been some strange defeats, but mainly it's been the draws that have costed us so far. If you look at the match report, we can see Hutton, Riley, Bakuna, all bad performances. So I think I'll have to switch them out. Just see if making some changes will be able to help us. Gardner and Westwood as well in the middle of the park, not having a good game for us. Westwood even picking up a suspension because of his accumulation of yellow cards, so that's not pleasant. We'll also take off Ayew considering how bad he was this game and bring on Jonathan. He's been a good performer for us so far. And considering his suspension, we'll have to bring on one of the wingers on the bench instead. And yeah, everyone's unhappy with the club situation, so I'll just have a quick talk with them. Yeah, I'll have to tell them. Yeah, I think I'll just tell them it's hard to deny that statement. I'm determined to turn this around, need it all the then that's it. Just leave it there for now. I guess that didn't happen. That didn't really help, but let me see if I can have another team meeting. Yeah, I'll just tell them I'm really keen. There you go. That helped with the morale much better. Hopefully they'll respond by winning the game against Birmingham, because they are our rivals and we really do need to start climbing up the table. See if we can just quickly go through you know, the 7 days before the Birmingham game. As you can see here, Arsenal top of the league in the Premier League, so that's a bit unusual, I guess. And normally in the past FM saves I've made is United, who've been top of the league. As you can see here, normally what I like to do is scout all the players that are that the scouts have knowledge of, just so I can get their ratings. According to my assistant, setting on attacking set pieces would be best for this game, so I'm just going to quickly do that. Here's the EFL Cup where we got knocked out. Looks like Newcastle beat Arsenal on penalties. Chelsea through as well. Fortunately for us, we're not really in that competition anymore, but we did only lose 1-0 to Tottenham, so that wasn't too bad of a defeat, considering, you know, most people would expect us to get beaten much, you know, by a much higher scoreline. Just 2 days away now, so this shouldn't be too long. I do apologise for my laptop being a bit slow, but we'll get there eventually. It looks like we'll be the last fixture of the round this time as well, so it'll be all pressure on both teams to step up and perform so we can climb higher up the table. It'd be good to see what points we'd need to get higher up as well. So yeah, crucial game. Pressures on my players, they can feel it as well, which is why their morale is low. And they all know they need to step up. Wolves, our other rivals, are winning their games, Newcastle as well. So really, it's just been our team who have underperformed. I said one of the tactics is clear ball to flanks because most of the teams in this division have been playing with 3-man midfields, while we're playing with just 2 in the middle. So normally we get a bit exposed in the middle of the park, so it makes more sense to try and give our wingers the ball so they can run forward with it and really take their fullbacks on. But yeah, be more expressive, and roaming tactics really didn't help my team at all. They were getting exposed time and time again. Hopefully we'll see a more solid performance from the team now. They're still not used to the tactics though. Again, we've made favourites, so we really shouldn't be losing this game. Just going to tell them to mark Diego because he's in the attacking midfield position, so he can easily expose us from there. And considering that morale is low, I think I will tell them to prove the critics wrong. That seems to motivate them. Hopefully enough to grab a win here. And it's us who start, and hopefully we can start with the goals as well. But Birmingham are bringing the ball forward here, playing small little triangles of football, so looks like they're meant to keep possession, and for some reason Galini just knocks the ball forward in where no one was around. Birmingham have a corner here and complete free header. Thankfully Richie deals with that. They will have a second chance here, or apparently not. Doesn't amount to much. They've had the most shots, but it's only been 15 minutes, so I wouldn't be too worried. Eventually should start having shots. We're not having much possession though, and that is a bit worrying. As you can see here, my assistant telling me that they're outnumbering us in the midfield. But if we make the most out of our playing 2 strikers, then really shouldn't worry. Adoma here with the ball, and thankfully he tucks that away. Incredible run. A bit of a solo goal, really. I'm not sure you can claim an assist there for his fellow teammate. Anyways, we'll get a chance to see this in 3D. Yeah, shouldn't take too long to load. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I would really count that as an assist. He just takes on his men and just tucks it home as well, using his less preferred left foot, I guess. He's been by far our best right midfielder, which is a bit disappointing considering our first team right midfielder was supposed to perform a bit better than he has been performing. So I guess I'll just give Doma more chances, considering every time he's played for us, he's played well. Even Amavi has performed better than Jack Grealish, which I did not expect. Just really giving the ball away a lot here, and they're coming behind us, but thankfully the striker messes up, and that was the first clear-cut chance of the game. 30 minutes now, we're 1-0 up. Just need to tell the players at half-time to hold on to this lead, if we actually get to hold on, considering they have a corner here. But Golini deals with it. And again, that's another clear-cut chance of them, so we're not looking too well. I think I'll switch and tell my players to play on the counter just to deal with the amount of shots they've been having. And considering how the game has gone so far, I'm going to need to try and protect the lead a little bit more. Can't stay on a standard duty all game. You need to eventually select a different mentality, and Donaldson just scored there. I'm just going to switch back to attacking. Really don't want to draw here, we need to win. And again, just players switching off from men they're supposed to mark. I mean, look at that. Who's Elphick as well. one of our best performers in centre back. Chester's performance in centre back has been poor this game, so I guess that was his man probably. Players are still low on morale, and it's only a 1-1 draw, so let's see if giving the fans something to cheer about today will help my players. Some of them have reacted well to it, some not really. Might have to take off Rudy, considering I think I'll do that. I just don't want that dead leg to turn into anything more serious. I'll switch Kodjia to the target man role, which he's capable of playing, but I guess not too comfortable playing it. 3 yellow cards this game, that's not pleasing. Again, you know, teams playing in behind us quite easily. That's not really pleasing. But Kodjia, you know, heads it down to Ayew, who has a long range shot. Not good at all. I think I'll tell my players to run at the defense a bit more. We should be, you know, considering we're playing right midfielders and left midfielders rather than wingers, we should be exploiting this place here. Kididja with the ball forward, he definitely should have scored that. Not considered a clear-cut chance, but you know, when you watch it, you think he should be tucking that away. But that's the difference with running at defense. It helped. Too many yellow cards. I think I'll take off Ross. Westwood's not present because of his suspension, so I'll just take off Jednak. And Chester's had a horrible game first as well. I think I'll just bring on... No, I'll bring on Grealish instead, considering Amavi's not playing too well either. Hopefully, you know, no one will get a second yellow card and get sent off this. That really can't afford the draw. Only had half the number of shots they've had, even the shots on target. Really need to step up our performance a bit more. I think I'll tell my players to play narrow, see if that helps. As Birmingham bring the ball forward here. And the tactical change hasn't been made yet, and it's cost us once again. Player's been exposed. I think their striker is a bit pacey, even though he's a target man, so a bit tough to deal with. Again, look, just completely left to himself. God knows what's going on with my players. Might have to tell them to play a bit deeper too. But so far, not a good performance at all. I feel like this Aston Villa team is just really not clicking my tactics at all, and with each other really. Not quite sure why they're performing so horribly. I think I'm not really sure, honestly. I mean, if you guys got any suggestions, do let me know. But 2 back-to-back defeats on a live com, bit embarrassing. But yeah, we'll just keep going and see what can happen until I get fired, I guess. Almost got an equalizer there, I guess, but wasn't meant to be. Looks like the referee blow his whistle now. End 2-1. Players too, you know, upset to perform, I guess. Not good in morale at all. Gone 1 minute over the amount of extra time they're supposed to be, so it's a bit weird. Hopefully Birmingham don't score a third now, but this is not a good defeat to our rivals at all. No, not at all. And there you go, that's the full-time whistle. I feel like I should tell them it's a disappointing performance, but they're just really down right now. I think I'll just tell them that anyways. They seem to be motivated, but we're in 17th now. We're going to end up in another relegation battle. Not good at all. In terms of when I'll be back, probably be much further down. maybe against Norwich because they're promotional rivals as well. But at the time, it looks like we're not even going to be a mid-table team. So yeah, I'm not really sure when I'll be back. Probably Norwich though. Anyways, guys, that'll be all for today. Thank you for watching, and as always, if you liked the video, then hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.